Greetings, this is Marte King coming at you with our second broadcast into this introduction into a pH balanced lifestyle. Day one of the pH Balance 21-day challenge, where at pH Balance, we encourage everyone to seek to create a new, healthy, and positive habit every 21 days. Oh, no, that's not working. Cut that. Greetings, this is Marte King coming at you from pH Balance. This is the first day of our pH Balance 21-day challenge. One of the reasons why, first of all, let me tell you where we at. We're here at Atlantic City's POW, Peace Athletic League. Get it together, get it together. All right, hold up. Greetings, this is Marte King coming at you live and in color. We're here at Atlantic City POW, where it's one of the best values around. You can come pay $50 for a year, and it's open pretty much from like 8 to 6 or 7 at night. Good time for me. Come in, get what I need done. Got a little boxing gym here too. So you see, I'm always gonna hear somebody over there getting it in and looking for a positive lifestyle. One of the things that I like is to come over onto the elliptical devices. One of the reasons why is because I got arthritic knees. And it's still important to be able to get some sort of exercise on your lower body. There are some scientists that say that by adding 30 minutes of walk into your lifestyle every day will increase your lifespan. 30 minutes of walking. So what I've decided to do is 21 minutes on this stair climber, elliptical, something involving the legs that has a low impact on my knees. Through living most of my life under a highly acidic lifestyle, there's a lot of damage that goes to your body. And throughout the years, from sports to, just straight damage, eating wrong, you wear and tear on your body. I got 2 arthritic knees from shooting ball. One of them I had a surgery on. I got herniated disc in my back, lower neck, and it's a pain from time to time. And so I tried to avoid some of the stuff involving legs, but it's fundamental that I get it in. So not getting no younger, you gotta find a way to get energy. You gotta find a way to exercise in the capacity that you can still exert that energy and not hurt yourself. So for me, it works for me getting on this machine. I can go forward, I can go backward, and I get the exercise in. So we're gonna take you on this 21-minute walk with me. I'm gonna record this. We're gonna keep it live. I want y'all to follow this journey that I'm going on. First of all, let me take you out to the back. My name is Marte King, author, motivational speaker, community activist, founder of Repent. Repent is an acronym for recidivism prevention through entrepreneurial training. And through the umbrella of Repent, We seek to establish numerous businesses. Myself, I'm also a returning citizen, so I have a deep concern and understanding of those who are African American and who have been through the plights of poverty, prison, and in need of changing a life, and showing my example of how I did it. I'm here to pull somebody else up. Anybody who want to join hands with me, we want to try to bring about a healthy America. And one of the things that we got to first start with, in order to solve some of the ills of our problems, we got to get down to the root. And one of the roots is that we look at the human body. The human body is made from earth, right? Just like the earth is 70% water, your body is basically 70% water. And there's different parts of your body that have, different levels of water. One of the highest concentrations of water that's in you is your blood. And, a lot of biblical and religious scriptures in relations to blood and water kind of tie in. Your blood is 90% water. And then one of the next highest is your brain. Your brain is 82% water. So now we're not getting off into your liver, your kidneys, your spleen, and these two are very heavily concentrated in water. But before we even get towards those, we just want to deal with your blood. When your blood becomes dehydrated, first of all, take you back one. Mayo Clinic, which always kind of goes conservative. The Mayo Clinic says that 95% of American citizens are chronically dehydrated. So let me bring this back. Chronically dehydrated. So now 95% of Americans are chronically dehydrated. When it's over a long time period, we're gonna deal with some of the issues point by point. And the first one is with your blood. When you become chronically dehydrated, right, your blood naturally becomes thicker, right? Increasing what? Your blood pressure. So if you really have high blood pressure issues, the first thing you should be looking at is not medication. Medication that brings on other chemicals containing carcinogens causing cancer. Go to what? The origins. Go back to hydrate yourself. Let's try that first. Let's one of the issues that I have with the doctors and the hospital industry right now is that it's not about trying to find a cure or a solution. The first thing is just looking at a symptom and finding you a medication for it. And that's not a solution. So it's time for us to go back to the origins. We got all these issues with healthcare costs and all this other nonsense. And the reality is the United States is listed as number 37 in all the established countries in their healthcare. Like, we're deplorable, and we got one of the highest rates. So obviously it's something that we're doing wrong. Obviously. Japan is like number one, so we're gonna get back to that. As we go on, we start talking about what happens when you're dehydrated. You may just need to drink some water to decrease your blood pressure. The next move is dealing with your brain. Your brain is 82% water. Now dig this, right? Your brain has no reserve in it. It's not like you can just store water and have it go like that. It has to be continuous process. That means you have to be continuously hydrated for your brain to function properly. So now dig this, right? If your brain, which is the command center, you got your frontal lobe, which is 33% of your brain, and it's actually portion on both spheres of your brain, the frontal lobe, and it is believed to be the seat of logical thinking. It is believed to be the seat of free will. It is believed to be the seat of where you have forethought and you actually think about stuff. When you do things that are logical, when you're sane, this is the portion of your brain that makes you human, as opposed to those who run strictly on the amygdala and are reptilian. See, we have the ability to be as low as the animals, or lower than the animals, or as high as the angels, if we apply ourselves correctly. So now let's get angelical. So let's get back to this your brain. 33% of your frontal lobe is where your brain is your frontal lobe, which is the seat of your cognitive functions. So now if your brain, which has no way to store water, is chronically dehydrated, chronically meaning for a very long time, then it cannot be functioning properly. It is impossible. So now think about this. How many issues do you see coming out with ADHD, Alzheimer's, many of the mental ailments that are rapidly increasing? Many of the medications that they give them further exacerbate being dehydrated. So perhaps we need to go back to its origins, something that can properly hydrate you. Because if you're not properly hydrated, then you really can't do anything. Nothing is going to function properly. Nothing. You're not even really in full capacity. You're in a diminished capacity. So let's start on this foundation. As we get on this 21-day lifestyle, you know, we choose 21 days because scientists say that due to your brain's neuroplasticity, we have the ability to formulate a new habit every 21 days. So it could be positive or it could be negative. The choice is yours. You can be as higher than the angels or you can be lower than the beast. The choice is yours. So my suggestion to you is let's rise. Let's rise. Let's stay fly. First love yourself. I stay fly. First love myself. So let's rise above. On this first thing, we got to be able to make sure our foundations is covered. We got a whole lot of issues we dealing with, from a crazy political climate to all kind of stuff going on in the world. One of the things we got to be able to do is think right. So in order for us to be the best we can be, make sure you stay properly hydrated. And the best way to stay hydrated is through ionized, alkalized, microcluster, hexagonal water from pH balance. It'll keep you 6 times better hydrated than any water you can put into your body, enabling you to go longer, to go stronger. The best thing that you could possibly do for your entire body. But today, I'm just gonna deal with your blood and your brain. And from there, we can cover the gambit of all kind of issues, from cancer to diabetes, from every, there are some doctors that say that the root cause of every disease is the over-acidification of your blood. And the only way to eliminate the over-acidification of your blood is through the channels of urine, sweat, breath, perspiration, respiration, and defecation. And if those are not able or overwhelmed to get rid of all those, then you're stuck with them. And what will happen is that your body begins to do mechanisms to protect itself. Some of them is creating cholesterol in order to protect itself from being over-acidified and rupturing through your veins. Another one is encapsulating the acid and creating stones. And this is many people get these painful stones, and really it's the over-acidification of your blood. And then it also, which we see more rampant than anything, we see it where it's attached to, the acid is attached to your connective tissues around your core. So you see individuals with these belly fats. You see young girls that's skinny, but they got a pooch pouch and they ain't even had no kids. And it's because of the over-acidification of your blood. And when your body has to protect itself, it'll encapsulate it and push it there. And the only way you can get rid of it, is to neutralize it with alkalinity. See, you have a chart, a pH charge, which stands for potential hydrogen. That potential hydrogen in it causes it to be a corrosive agency, which is acid. So the more on the positive scale it is, the more acidic it is. In the middle of this is 7. At that 7 is the neutral point. Anything above it, anything above 7 becomes alkaline, and it's actually to the negative side. So 8 is actually negative. So anything that is alkaline has a negative potential for hydrogen. And this is what you're looking for, the low ORP. This is what makes it an antioxidant, because it stops the oxidant. And these oxidation process, particularly when it comes to the brain, they are following a particular gene, or they're following a particular, what is it? MF? I'm gonna have to look that up. It begins with an AM. It's a plaque that gets on your brain, and it's like a precursor to Alzheimer's. This plaque begins to build up maybe 10 years before you get it. And then this plaque is due to free radicals. So if you want to get rid of these free radicals, if you want to protect yourself from potentially getting Alzheimer's, you want to stop it in this bud, you want to stop what the precursor is. And the precursor is something that is caused by having too many free radicals in your brain. The best way to get rid of these free radicals is to ionize, alkalize, microcluster water from pH balance. So I suggest to you, to all, take the pH balance 21-day challenge. This will give you an opportunity to see for yourself. See, with the 21-day challenge, like we had mentioned, it takes 21 days for your brain to create a healthy habit, and that foundation we have found to be the strongest, most potent of everything. Without foundation, everything must crumble. You have that foundation upon hydration. Your body is 70% water, so you need to put that much effort into it. So we're gonna keep you properly hydrated with this ionized, alkalized, microclustered, hexagonal water from pH balance. So I ask y'all, y'all see the work, y'all see where it is, y'all see how it's coming. 46 years old, and I'm feeling 20 years younger than I did 1 year ago. I promise you. I'm going from 255, borderline diabetic, to no more diabetes, no threat of diabetes, and down to 210. I haven't changed nothing in my diet. Well, my body starts asking for more healthy things. The healthier I become, your body will want more things. You'll find yourself, it'll be easy to move towards a lifestyle. So it starts one day at a time. Start with the foundation of hydration. Then we add in some of our special minerals and vitamins that we have that are coming out. That's our own line. So we appreciate y'all support, and we want you to follow on this journey of ours, because it's a journey. It's particularly for me, because I lived so many years of an over-acidic lifestyle. And as I began to learn, as I began to study, I began to see how this is almost genocidal. And it's not about black, white, or whatever. It's about rich and poor. It's about those who have the ability to afford foods that are not genetically modified, foods that are organic, those who can afford to get a water ionizer. One of the missions that I have is that, simply the cost of a water ionizer is simply out of some of our people's budget. That's the reality. When I was first introduced to the industry, there was a company that, it's a multi-level marketing company, and they've been doing a lot of good for a lot of people for a lot of years. Take nothing from that. So I went to the presentation as I was giving a presentation on solar. Shout out Cole Green. She's giving her a presentation on solar. And she turned around and gave me a presentation on the water. I drank the water. I liked the water. And I began to break down how fiscally prudent it was. But the cost was like $5,000. And I really couldn't afford it. But I knew that I couldn't afford not to. I knew that I was on the verge of having to take medication for diabetes I knew that I was just so tired. It was like all the time I was tired. I had no energy. And it felt like I was just getting older beyond my years. So I knew it had to be another way. So I took a chance. And, you know, I'm gonna take a chance and get this machine for the benefit of me and the benefit of my family. So I went through the channels, and for some reason it just didn't go through. They said they had these financing company. I went through them. They was like, man, we're gonna tell them to stop saying this, yada yada. And it began, it felt like it might have been a little less disingenuous at first. I thought it was initially just for my health and well-being. So it kind of shifted towards, here, drink this water. They was giving me water. I was coming back, I was drinking more as I was trying to stack my money. So, but by 20 days, or about 2 weeks, they put me on the cutoff notice. So now I'm feeling the water. I'm into it. I'm seeing some benefits. I'm looking at how my acid reflux had went away like almost immediately. I'm noticing I got a little more energy. My joints is feeling better. Everything's feeling a little better. So, and then I noticed that I had lost about 15 pounds. So I knew that this thing was working. So now they're gonna tell me I can't get no more unless I buy this machine for $5,000. So I was sick. So by the grace of God, and through some other interactions that I had been into, I was able to negotiate an agreement to get some machines. Thing is that I had to purchase a lot of them, and I did, and it was the best investment I ever made in my life. Best thing I did for my family. I got a machine, I took it to my mom. I got a machine, I took it to my grandmother. They all have positive results. My immediate family had positive results. And now we've evolved from that to establishing a manufacturing agreement. And we're having the launch of our first ionizer line, which will be the pH Balance Alpha. 9 platinum coated titanium plates and a dual filtration system makes it stand above the best and at half the price at $2,500. Now, not only does that $2,500 go towards funding a minority company that's striving to do good things in the community, but also a portion of those proceeds goes directly towards us being able to give water to families in the areas where we set up at who need it the most, who simply cannot afford to eat healthy food, who simply cannot afford to even purchase, well, definitely can't afford to buy an ionizer, and some can't afford to even buy the water. So we want to make sure that we have an ability to be able to do this. So if we want to do our part to try to change, I'm not claiming to be no scientist, no nothing. I know what I know, and I'm trying to pass it on and see who I can help. In that process, I'm here to help. So I'm asking you to support us along our journey. We got a team that we already sponsoring. It's a Atlantic City exclusive drill team. Got a few young ladies who are involved with Blaze, and we're sponsoring them, and to be able to get some positive results for our youth and the community. It's not just about, you know, making a couple dollars. It's about where your dollars go. Does your dollars go to help something that impacts your community? You know, we have to start looking, you know, really at that, because this world is becoming a lot more polarized. You can see by the election, you can see by a lot of things that's going on, not just in America, but worldwide. You see a common front of neo-Nazism and posturing. So if we don't find ways to come together economically, you know, there's a tremendous victory with the Dakota pipeline, but that's short-lived. We don't know how long that's gonna stand up. But the reality is that if enough people stand up, for what's right, we can make some changes. So my mission is to be able to stand up and make sure that I can help us to be able to at least think straight. Because if we can't think straight, we can't even come to the game. We starting 2 steps behind. So at least be able to level the playing field. Stay with ionized, alkalized, micro-clustered water from pH Balance. And I'm gonna show you why this is so important. If you look in New Jersey, which is the most densely populated state in America. It also has a dichotomy from rich to poor that's tremendous. It has the second richest and the second poorest in one state that's densely populated and small. Now, New Jersey is also listed as number 4 in the country with children between the ages of 2 and 5 who are predicted to die before their parents for preventable diseases. And now, this list of children who are predicted to die between the ages of 2 and 5 is the first time in history this happened. However, it's not for the entire state of New Jersey. It is only for the poor. So now I'm gonna take you back. We're in a state that has a lot of rich, a lot of poor. So you can not say that it's necessary due to climate. It's directly due to ability to be able to afford to have proper food, less stress in your environment. So if only the children between the ages of 2 and 5 and the poor are listed in New Jersey and still number 4 in the country, we're talking about an epidemic. We're talking about genocide. So my portion is to be able to help hydrate you. My portion is to be able to help us to be able to at least come to the playing table, you know, make it even, give us a chance, give us a fighting chance. So this ionized, alkalized microcluster water, I got better than a fighting chance. We'll make it do what it do. I'm gonna be my best. So it all starts with your mind. pH balance motto is think, eat, and drink to live. By the way, watch the hashtag, change it with your hands. Change it with your hands, just stand, being able to, I don't care where you at, what you doing. I don't care if you got $1 in your pocket. I don't care if you got nothing. I don't care if you got $1 million. It's something that you can do. When you see injustice, when you see a wrongdoing, change it with your hands. Do something about it. So we're here to do something about it. We want to make changes in our world. We want to make this place a better place. So hashtag, change it with your hands. I want no mediocre.